Hello guys, welcome to episode number 49 of my Football Manager 2023 European Journeyman Save, where we are aiming to win the top tier division in every European nation that's in the game. We're currently in our 6th nation of Finland, having already ticked 5 nations off the list. We've been absolutely fantastic so far. It's taken us, I think, 14 seasons to tick the 5 nations off, so it is slow going. We're 49 episodes in. We've got a long way to go. We're currently in Finland, though, as the manager of SJK. You may notice that we're still in the Premier Division. We did just about manage to avoid relegation last season. Of course, you were here for our first game in charge, which was a fantastic 3-0 win against FC Hacker. We then took on Cups. I'm not going to pretend to even try and announce the names of the Finnish teams because I'll just struggle. But we did lose 3-1. We then took on VPS and a 2-0 defeat, which condemned us to the playoff for relegation. But finally, we picked up a win against FC Lahti, the team who did finish bottom. And like I say, we were in the relegation playoff against TPS, and we had a fantastic first leg in which we won 4-1, which meant that we did, in fact, survive by the skin of our teeth through the playoff. 27 points, 53 to win the league, so there's not a huge gap, but a minus 12 goal difference. But thankfully, we did manage to avoid the relegation. Now, in terms of season preview for this season, we're at 34s. We're expected to finish 5th. It's pretty much the best I could do with the transfer budget and the wage budget that we've got. There's a few players who did want to join us, but they wanted silly wages, like £4,500 a week. The maximum I could offer them was 1.6k a week. So we're kind of like short of players due to the financial situation at the club. We are in debt again. We are under the wage budget. It was less than that. We've adjusted it. We've now got no transfer budget, but we have adjusted basically what we've got. In terms of the transfers in, there has been a few out. There's also been a few in. In terms of outs, we have sold on a few players, which didn't, for me, weren't going to feature in the first team. A lot of them were from reserve players. Malinen maybe could have featured, but he plays on the left-hand side and he's not really got much of a right foot and he doesn't enjoy big matches. So I just decided to move him on. In terms of the ins, though, we've brought in Francis Odo. He is in on loan from Enugu Rangers. He is a Nigerian right-sided defender. Can also play on the left. I think I brought him in more of a left, to be honest. I have signed a right back. But he's okay. He's got good pace, good passing, can tackle, positioning. Crossing is a little bit weak for a wing back. But we are paying £275 a week for him, so it's not overly expensive if it doesn't work. Willie Maridalin came in from Kappa for £20,000. He is another left back, so we have got options there. £20,000 again, good pace, can cross better than Odo can. But again, he's got some good defensive attributes for that position. As a wing back on support, he's okay, for the sort of level that we're at. Juni Turunen was brought in from HJK for £65,000. He is the right back that we've signed. He's a wing back on support, which is what we play. Dribbling is not very good. He's not so great defensively. He's got nothing aerially. But again, he's got some good physicals, some good mentals for the right back position. And hasn't cost us a fortune. But he is consistent, which is another plus side. Stian Pedersen has come in on a free transfer from Opsal. He is a deep line playmaker on defensive duties. He's got some good attributes for that sort of position. He's got excellent passing and vision, decisions, composure, balance, all the things that you need for a playmaker position. As a defensive playmaker, though, tackling a little bit weak, but we can live with that. So I'm excited to see what he can do. He's 19 years old as well. I think I signed him in time to gain eligibility, homegrown status at SJK. Indeed, I did. So he's coming from Norway. Maki Dumbia has come in from the Aspire Academy in Senegal on a free transfer. The Aspire Academy, for those of you who don't know, they have some very, very good young players who you can sign on a free if they want to. You know, some of them are a little bit funny about contracts and stuff like that. They want fortunes. But Aspire is a good one. There's one in Australia as well, the Canberra Academy, or Canberra University, I believe it's called. But they're very, very good as well. But Maki Doumbia is a centre-half. He's more of a backup kind of player. He's actually in as a breakthrough prospect, but he's got to look at his value. And we're paying him £300 a week. We've signed him on a free, so he could potentially sell him on to get some money through the door. But as a defender, he's got some very, very good attributes as well. Maybe not quite good enough for this division, especially with the likes of HJK in here. And finally, I've signed UC Oxenen. He is another central defender. He is coming for £140,000, which is where the majority of my transfer budget went. But he's consistent, likes big matches. His physicals are absolutely insane for a centre half. We've brought him in primarily as a central defender on defend. Physicals are crazy. He's got excellent bravery as well. Maybe could do with a little bit more aggression, but he's got some good defensive attributes. Another youngish man. I say young. Compared to me, he's young. But he's actually is an important player. And more importantly, he's homegrown. Now, we have had some fixtures this season in the Finnish Cup. They're similar to what they did in Iceland. It's like a group stage at the start of the season. We actually finished second in this. We only lost one game. It was to Coops, who beat us last season. Coops have got a striker who is absolutely mental, and he always scores against me. It's a Puustinen. He 1.4 to 3 million, way more than we can afford, but he scored in the defeat that we had to them last season. He scored a hat-trick in that. He scored a hat-trick against us in the Cup this season, but we have qualified for the second round of the Cup, which is great. So the way we've performed in the Cup so far does give me hope for the season going forward that we can actually do quite well. Today's first game, though, is against VPS. Now, as you recall, when I was here last season, we did lose 2-0 to them away from home in that relegation group. We're away from home again today, so it's going to be interesting to see whereabouts we've improved. VPS have predicted to finish 10th. They're a long, long way behind us in the odds. HJK, the favourites. Ives, who won it last season, are predicted to finish 4th. So, you know, it could be interesting to see where we're finished. I'd like to get into Europe, preferably, so we can get some money through the door, really. I'm not expecting to knock Finland off in the first season. If we do, it's going to be an absolute shocker to me. Just a quick update on Spartaks in the Optibet Versliga. It's now an unloaded league. It's taken out, but Spartaks did finish as the runners-up to Riga, so we have installed a fairly decent squad over in Latvia there. Jari Pascual, I've tried to sign him over here, but he doesn't want to sign. I don't know why. I might try again. He's actually very, very good on this right-hand side with the left foot of his as well. So they've done well. Bohemians keep going from strength to strength. They are champions once again. This is the year we won it in 2032. They've then gone on to win it 2 more times since then. So excited about how Bohemians are doing as well. Again, we've built a good squad there. Alan Finnerty is still there. Again, another one who I've tried to bring with me over to Finland but doesn't want to come. Surprisingly enough, Calvin Kellogg, who I berated while I was there, is still there. And this guy here, Gregorio Legramandi, was my parting gift to Bohemians. His physicals are mental. And he's done very, very well in a Bohemians shirt. 139 appearances now. And his average ratings across those 5 years that he's been there now have been crazy. So they're doing really, really well. But that's enough rambling. Let's get into today's game. Hoping for a good start against VPS. Get us off to a flyer. And we'll have a quick run through the starting lineup that we're going for. It's Abelida in goal. Now, he does want to leave at the end of his contract, unfortunately. It does the goalkeeper. Maybe we can try and convince him to stay. But it's going to be Turunen as the right back. Bio, I believe it's pronounced Bio, the Angolan, as one of the starting centre-halves today. Barrios is going to be the other starting centre-half, the 33-year-old Colombian. And then we're going to go with Mari Dalin as the starting fullback on the left-hand side for today. Pedersen, a deep lying playmaker. I believe Pedersen's actually... No, but I've already gone through Pedersen. There was a signing I made at the end of the last season, which I haven't shown you yet, which is Payner. But Hernandez, previously here as well last season, is going to be as that advanced playmaker on support. Koistinen, who I've promoted from the youth side, is going to be the starting left inside inverted winger. Got some very, very good attributes for that position. Crossing, long shots let him down, but he has got a very strong right foot. So hopefully he can hit the ground running. Now, Stefano Penna was the one I brought in. He's Italian. I brought him in from Fiorentina on a free transfer. Unfortunately, he's unhappy already, though. He's homesick. Finding it difficult to settle in the area. But he is our inverted winger on the right-hand side. He's got that strong left foot. He's got some really, really good crossing and dribbling. And long shots, he's passing. I'm quite pleased with him for a free transfer. Enjoys big matches and consistent as well. Coimbra is going to start up front, the other Angolan that we've got here in the squad. And then Johansson, Leo Johansson, he's been in a rich vein of form in the Finnish Cup with 8 goals in 5 appearances. So I'm hoping for big things from Leo if we can keep him fit. Because of this, consistent, enjoys big matches. So hopefully we can keep him fit. But that's the lineup that we're going to start with today. Koistinen, obviously we've just promoted him, so he doesn't have a squad number. Yeah, hoping to pick up with a good result here against VPS, and it would, after the 2-0 defeat to them at the end of last season, it would let me know that I've taken the team in the right direction. Obviously, there is a lot of work to do here in Finland, and it's not going to be a quick fix. I can't just throw money around at it because we haven't got any, and I can't bring the Brazilians in like I did in Latvia because of the league rules. So we have to sort of carefully plan out what we're going to do here at SJK. It may take a couple of seasons for us to get that squad to where we want it. Right, first highlight of the season for us. It's Coimbra coming deep to get the ball. It finds Barrios. Barrios to the left back. It's a hopeful ball over the top, but it's cut out, and now it's Nielsen. Apologies if it takes me a couple of attempts to get the names right. I'm not fully up to speed with the squad, but Kempinen is in straight away for a VPS, and VPS have taken the lead. Marco Kempinen in the 31st minute puts VPS ahead. Arbelida, it says there, will be disappointed to be beaten. It's just a long ball hoofed over the top. Two of our defenders missed the header, and Kempinen is all in on goal by himself. Not the greatest of starts for SJK here. Chance to get straight back in though. Penna on the right hand side towards Bio at the back post, but it hits the post and it goes wide. A decent header there from the centre half. Almost immediately got us straight back into the game. Corner, Koistinen to take it towards that near post, and Barrios and Divai. Barrios gets his first goal of the season. The centre half levels the game for SJK. A fantastic near post header. Good ball in. Beats 3 defenders. It cannons off Nielsen in goal and ends up in the back of the net. And we're going to get into the half-time break at 1-1. VPS have had the better opportunities. They've been the better team here so far. They've had far more shots than we have. But that doesn't really matter when you think about it. It's the score that matters. Now, Stefano Penna is not having the best of game, and neither is Stian Pedersen. Hopefully they can pick it up in the second half. VPS, coincidentally, is actually a derby game for us. It's in the media before the game. Murray Darlin with the throw-in finds Hernandez. Murray Darlin, Barrios. Also, apologies if the game's a little bit choppy. It seems to do that when it's raining. It does say that we're at 60 FPS in the top corner there, but when it's raining, it seems to affect it. Koistinen with the ball finds Hernandez. It's Murray Darlin looking over the top towards Koistinen, who's in behind here. It's a good tackle by Abdullah. But the ball's back to Coimbra. Good save by the goalkeeper. Hernandez with the effort from range. That was a real opportunity for us there to take the lead. Now, the two strikers have not really had the best of games. Koistinen's been absolutely brilliant for his first game for the club, coming up from the under-20 squad, I believe I brought him up from. That's Kempinen's in again behind. And he's done, it's exactly the same finish as the first half. Marco Kempinen, and he's just lifted it over Abelida in goal for another easy goal that we've conceded here against VPS. It's another ball over the top. And again, we've missed it defensively. Bio, I think that's the second time he's done that. And Kempinen with a fantastic finish again. In fact, I'm not overly impressed with that defending there. So we're going to bring Dumbia on, one of our new guys. We're also taking Coimbra off because he's not had the best of starts. We're going to bring Hezon Kirby on for the last 30 minutes. Can we get back into the game? Right, we're getting towards the end now. We're really running out of time to get back into this game. Mary Darling finds Abelida. That's a shocking pass. Absolute shocking pass. And Hood is in. Hood's missed, like the comment she's just said at the bottom there, Hood has missed an absolute sitter. I don't know what Abelida was doing with that kick out. Mary Darling looking over the top towards Kirby. Fresh on. Hernandez into Leo Johansson. Koistinen. We've been awarded a penalty in the dying seconds of the game. I think it's going to be Leo Johansson to take it. Please score, Leo. Please score. Let's not start with a defeat in the first game of the season. He steps up. And he smashes it down the middle for 2-2. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We're a little bit fortunate here. We really are a little bit fortunate here with how things have gone. And in the dying embers of the game, we appear to have rescued a draw. Oh no, here come VPS. Ailton with the free kick. I wonder if that's our former player, Ailton. It's gone. Oh my God, Abelida. What the hell? What's the goalkeeper doing? What is the goalkeeper doing? That's disappointing. That is really, really disappointing. Is this our former man? No, it's not. It's not. We had a player called Ailton, I believe, on loan from Manchester United at Port Talbot, possibly. That's really disappointing, though. I thought we'd rescued a point, but Abelida with a 6 average rating. Turunen has not had the best of games either. Payne has not had. That's a poor start to the season. That is an absolutely poor start to the season. Some of the performances on that pitch were shocking, and like I say, poor start to the season. We've lost the derby. Now it is a 27 game season, so that's 9, 18, 27 when we're going to be here, providing things go according to plan. So 9 games into the season is around about here. It could be VPS. We'll miss VPS again. We don't want to do the same team over and over again. So depending on where we are in the season, we've got the defending champions in Ives here. I think it's Ilves. I beg your pardon. I don't like the way Football Manager does that with its text. Look, that is a double I to me. That's a double I all day long. But it could be around. It's around about this sort of area. It could be Ilves. It could be HJK. We'll see how things go. That is the end for today, though, guys. Thank you very, very much for being here again. If you do like what you've seen, please do remember to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. It does help me out massively, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it for all the support. But guys, thank you very much. Disappointing start to the season, but I'm sure we can bounce back. We've had disappointing starts to seasons before, but I'll see you all in the next episode. Cheers, guys.